Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion. Please enter the Gungeon. This is a little bit of a late night run. I forgot I didn't have a Gungeon to go for tomorrow, and I was like, oh my god, today's was late. This one's not even gonna be out, so I said, you know what? It's 3 p.m. on a Friday. Normally I start work at 11 a.m. and stop at 11:50. I'm just joking. It's actually like 10. It's 10:12. I figured let's do a gun game run. It'll be fun, and it's good practice. You know what it is? It's like we're a corporation, and we keep getting L's. You know what's a better option there? A sports team. We're a sports team. We keep losing. We go out, we lose. We go out again, we lose. That's 2 losses in a row. What do? We come back and practice hard, naively thinking that it's our own skill or lack of team building that has allowed us to enter the situation of a losing attitude. And then we lose again, and we practice harder, and we lose again. Well, what's the secret? Maybe the secret is we just gotta, you know, take some time for a team building exercise. You know, this is why, like, companies go on retreats and so-called team building exercises. It's not just because that's things that other companies do and they decide, hey, this would be a good thing for us to do as well. Oh, we got the quad laser. It's a genuinely good thing. This is like our retreat to Cabo San Lucas. We've taken all of our engineers, all of our managers out here, and we're all gonna fudge one another. But, this will be fun, either way. And if we lose on a freaking, gun game run, who cares? Okay, we had the quad laser, and I was stoked. And then, now we do not have the quad laser, and instead we get our, you know, trusty super meat gun knockoff here, which is actually fine. Like, definitely more than capable of, oh, Jesus. More than capable of taking out, you know, a boss at this stage in the game. Don't get me wrong, like, there ain't nothing wrong with old Goldie this early on either, except for the fact that the range is a little low. The lamp is perfect, though. We probably will only need to land a couple more punches. I really wanted to use a blank there, but I abstained. I guess I'm glad I did, but it's an attitude that's probably going to lead to my despair. Sure. We'll switch guns for effectively no reason. Grab this, grab that, get back to full HP, which is good in case we get the Betrayer at some point, and we'll leave the key on the ground. Because we want to have maybe a chance to buy it from the shop, but it actually might not be that important. We'll see. So the Void Core Assault Rifle now, which is obviously an adequate weapon. We'll just get the key when we leave, and if we decide we want a key, then we'll just buy one from the shop. You know, it doesn't matter if we go to the shop right away here. What are we looking for in this run? Oh, I love it. Eye of the Beholster. I am looking for passives, because passives are, well, passives and actives are the 2 things we can actually rely on here. We'll open this, and it is an active item, which we might as well take. To be honest with you, I'm not, like, thrilled with the situation. There's some other active items that might have been a little bit more immediately interesting to me, but, you know, it is what it is. But at least it's a second active item. And then we know our other one contains a gun. So as a result, a gun is basically meaningless in gun game, as ironic as that is. So pretty much we're just going to use the lockpick on it, because we have no reason to waste a key on a gun that does nothing for us. Since we have so many keys, we can probably pick that up, but why not leave it on the, just, you know, instill good habits. Not just for me, but for all the little Gungeon, you know, boys and girls out there that are learning from me. I've got to be a better influence here. Lockpick. It did, oh, it doesn't matter that it opened. I do want to switch guns, though. Thought maybe we'd find the secret room, no such luck. Good news! Secret room! Let's get this charged up, and we got the Star Wand of some sort, of some repute here. We still have to... Oh man, this is actually real good. I'm sad that it's gonna disappear in no time flat. No Time Flat, that'd be a great name for a band that sings really poorly and the songs are very short. No Time Flat. Let's try that out. I mean, I can think of one member right off the top of my head, and it's me. It's a blank man. And play me the song, you're the blank man. I really swung for the fences on that one, and you know what? I'm happy I did, because now it's public record. We don't have enough money to buy anything. Not from Blank Man. We could buy keys, but we're only using Well, we're using maximum 2 keys per floor, which, you know, isn't really much of a revelation, I suppose. But if we find a passive or an active first, we're only using 1 key per floor, because we're definitely using not a key to get our other chest open. We'll just use the lockpick, and if it doesn't open, it doesn't open. No big deal. Down to the next floor, and in gun game, all you can control is the active item, and then the passives that you have along with it, and your HP, I suppose, which is a passive, I suppose, as well. And I suppose that all this supposing has made me mighty tired. This is the Gungeon. The Gungeon. I don't want to say it like that, though. First off, because that's not the way the word engine is pronounced. It's not pronounced engine. But also, because saying engine is like one step away from saying angina, which is one step away from saying angina. Which reminds me that, you know, we as males here, and, you know, some of you ladies out there as well, constantly afflicted by the silent killer, cardiovascular disease and stroke. So you know what? Take good care of yourselves out there. You know, you got hypertension? Get out there and exercise. Eat more fruits and vegetables, lower sodium in your diet. I'm one to talk. But, you thought I was going to go somewhere gross. You thought I was going to talk about a element of the female anatomy? The butthole? No, I've never heard of it, to be honest with you. I keep that filth out of my life. Alright, be cool here. So far, so good. I mean, really, like, to pull back the veil, essentially, we're just treading water here. Oh, good, lots of HP. Because the only things that are of pivotal importance are A, not hemorrhaging HP, but that's kind of like a non-functional requirement that underlies every Gungeon run. You know, you really, if possible, would like to not just completely fuck it up non-stop. I think that kind of goes without saying. But beyond that, the only rooms that are important, if we're not just losing all of our HP for stupid reasons like that one right there, are boss rooms, and then to a lesser extent, I suppose, item rooms, because 50% of them are going to be potentially useful for us. And the other one, like, if a gun shows up and it saves me from having to deal with another gun that is bad, say hypothetically something along the lines of the Moonscraper, just throwing that out there, just spitballing ideas here, then that's awesome for us. This isn't the Moonscraper, this is the Gamma Ray, so my joke has fallen by the wayside. Luckily, thanks to our successful lockpicking, the fact that I actually did a really poor job on these last 2 rooms hasn't really come back to bite us in the ass, which is nice. Of course, we will do the room here. The hope is that this room will actually give us a passive item and not a gun, but you gotta try anyway, right? Like, you never know if this is actually going to be the one thing that turns you run around, or if it's all gone from the dude, fuck active items that can hurt you as well. How am I supposed to know, as a man, or as a person, where those fucking cluster mines are going to go? I got no idea. I'm too busy. I got other stuff to deal with, man. Okay, that was the ballsiest huntsman play I've ever seen. I actually did not ask myself before I did it. Tearjerker, which thankfully got re-rolled immediately, but my brain did not, my lizard brain, you know, my animal brain, the cerebellum, did not send a message to my frontal lobe. It never said to me, hey, frontal lobe, do you want to try this shit? It actually just did it, and I guess I'm glad that I did, because the frontal lobe is a little bitch sometimes. Definitely would have said no. It is the Amoconda. Oh, good. We've missed with Noisy Cricket. Noisy Cricket is actually, like, totally fine. Not my #1 choice. But neither is the Hegemony Rifle. Although, to be honest with you, at least it's reliable. I kind of feel like we should just not stress out about actually, like, getting to... Oh, my God. Thank God. Fucking little bomber. Should not stress out about making sure that we take out the, you know, the health pickups and stuff like that. It's gonna be tough to do. Instead, why don't we just sort of tread water until we get an amazing weapon, like this pistol we had earlier, and then kick the shit out of it. I mean, that's my dream come true, at least. You think if we shoot at this guy with the elephant gun, he's gonna go down? I would, I'll tell you that much. I would. The elephant gun's a pretty dope pickup here, but is it enough? I don't know. Please, don't let him get to the HP. He's so close to being your little bitch. He gave us Cricket. I was gonna say Cricket's head. That's the wrong video game. Oh, thank God. All right, that was a little scary. We ran the gamut of emotions there. Used all of our blanks. And got the grappling hook. The grappling hook. Probably prefer that over cluster mines. We'll save the lockpick just to save us keys. You know why I like the grappling hook? Because of that run we had somewhat recently, where having the beautiful. Having the grappling hook also allowed us to, we got like Ring of Triggers, I think it was called. We'll just open the green chest. Dude, stop with the actives. It's not necessarily bad, but I do want to keep lockpicks. I think they're pretty useful for us, just to save a keeper floor if we open the passive first or the active first, and it's been all flipping active so far. Yeah, but if we get Ring of Triggers, then we can actually use that to basically just spam the room with all sorts of beautiful bullets. And even though we've had that synergy once, thank God it's the Derringer. Even though we've had that once, I would welcome that synergy every fucking run if they give it to me. Stop losing armor. It's a little embarrassing. Your mother and I are worried about you. This armor actually could end up being of pivotal importance. You think you're a freaking hot shot? Just cause you got two flawlessnesses in a row? That doesn't mean jack, man. I don't think we even care about Book of Chest Anatomy. Save our money, use it for a more productive purpose in the future, like, for example, buying an awesome passive on a future shop. I'm not even talking about the now defunct chain of Canadian electronics retailers, known as Future Shop. It was pushed out of business by Best Buy as a result of their impeccable service. Almost couldn't say it with a straight face. That's not meant to be disrespectful if you live at Best Buy. And by live, I mean work. Whoop! We don't have a blank. Let's do it. I think it's worth it. We got the cash. It's going to be like 20. 20, no big deal. If it gives us a key, then I'm for it. It gave us 5 credits, which is bad. I'm going to go get the remaining hearts, because I feel like if I didn't get the remaining hearts, that would be, like, unforgivably lazy of me. So let's go get that accomplished here. Grab this, and then, go down to the next floor. And honestly, right now it's going fine. It sucks that we, why do we have like 8 cluster bombs on the ground? I guess they weren't blown up from the previous fight, but it sucks that we have so many active items that have dropped and 0 passives except for the flawlesses that we've earned for ourselves, but I'm not going to complain about it. We flawless the first 2 bosses. We're well on our way to having a potentially successful Lich run. We're 13 minutes in, 2 floors deep. It's fairly standard, honestly. I'd say everything's coming up Millhouse right now. Now, of course, the real problem... Is this the Claw? The real problem with gun game comes when you get a series of shit guns on bosses. And I don't know if it just feels this way or if there's actually some merit to this. But, and I said merit, not Maris. Niles' wife and then ex-wife, spoilers from the Frasier Crane television show Cheers, and aka Frasier. You know, Cheers, comma, Frasier. I was always Cheers and Frasier. He was just dropping some knowledge on a regular basis. But, I feel like the worse your gun is, the longer it lasts. Like, we actually used the Claw for about 200 bullets there. Now, it fires about 200 bullets a second that are all shitty, so I guess it wasn't that bad, but I'm much happier to have the sling here, which is now gone. But actually, Shotgun Full of Love is actually much better. And the sling is good, so I don't say that it's better lightly. I never buy this. It's oftentimes on cursed shops, but maybe I should, because it's actually, like, extremely potent. Shoots out little stuffed rats. This is the Rubidyne Prototype Mark II, I think. What's my game plan here with this grappling hook? Ooh, all of our guns are merged together, thereby making one super gun. Unfortunately, Unity seems like absolute shit for us because we literally only have one gun. What I'm hoping for now is that there's some, you know, unintentional logical glitch or error that the Gungeon programmers have not noticed. And what happens is every time we get a new gun, despite it not fitting with the actual theme of the item, and despite it not adding to our inventory, we get more power on our existing gun, which would be ridiculous. I don't hold out a lot of hope that that's the situation that's at play here, but if you would be so kind as to indulge me, I would be just over the moon. Mistakes happen, man. And hopefully we can benefit from those mistakes. Well, this is just a beautiful scene. I love this gun when we're able to make it work for ourselves here. Ooh, and you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with the brick breaker, baby. Super Mario references like crazy. It's the tune of nothing but a G thing. Obvious, I mean, you knew that in advance, just based on my repertoire, so to speak. If we get another active item on this floor, I may pick up my computer, unplug it, because I don't want to ruin my monitors, walk it to our outside-facing window, open it up, and drop it onto the pavement below. We live on the 600th floor, so it's probably going to be fucked up. Yeah, I live in the Burj Khalifa, a.k.a. the Burj Dubai, a.k.a. the Eiffel Tower of the United Arab Emirates. I don't actually live on the 600th floor. That would be ridiculous. I live on the 6,000th floor! You know what? Thank you for giving me the mahogany. First off, it allows me to get off this ridiculous, you know, how high can you possibly make a building that still people can live on without experiencing unbelievable, you know, sway anytime there's a wind storm, or gust, for that matter. But beyond this, maybe we want to check out the potentiality of Map Man there. Beyond this, the mahogany is actually pretty good. What do you got for me in here? You just got keys and money, no passives. I would relish the opportunity to purchase some passives, I'll tell you that much. I'm hesitating, by the way, to use the grappling hook that much, because I don't know if you're immune while you're in the... That was a very satisfying kill. I don't know if you're immune to damage when you're in the grappling hook phase. So I'm not actually sure about that. We're going to fight the Treadnought here, and I'll tell you one thing. Really hope we get rid of the level 1 Polaris soon. There we go. We get the flash ray. It's not incredible, but it feels incredible after what we were just dealing with. But I have a feeling, because it's very easy to hit with this weapon, I was going to say we're going to be moving on to something else. Now, we got Super Meat Gun. What's the secret? Fill the screen with as many bullets as you can before the game takes away your secret weapon. As long as there's saws on the run, life's good. And actually, we got Shotgun Full of Love right after that. I gotta admit, the screen's getting a little busy for my personal taste here. Makes it difficult to see what's going on. We've destroyed almost all of the cover, apparently. But they've given us Super Meat Gun again. It's a perfect time for us to strike. And now we have the Earthworm Jim Gun, which I can only hope, it looks like it's hitting, unless it's just the saws. Got the heroin. We missed with the heroin, which is embarrassing. Very convenient time to use a blank. Dude, that was it. Thank you for the guns you gave me on that fight. That was dope. Get another key, which is fine. We've already been to our shop. I mean, I don't mind origami, but at the same time, you don't even get origami. I think we use a key to get to Map Man, and we hope it's Map Man instead of a fairy in a jar. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to try to explore the entirety of the map. Save the lockpick for the chest that hopefully contains a gun. Or, you know, save the lockpick for when you run out of keys. That's the other, like, sensible option here, I suppose. Got a key out of that. Doesn't look like we're going to run out of keys on this floor. Have we held up our end of the bargain? Well, what is our end of the bargain? Banana's okay. As far as I see it, our end of the bargain is flawlessing the first 2 bosses. To flawless the first 3 is lovely. Like, I mean, it's not out of the question to do it fairly regularly, especially, you know, with the high quality of guns that we got from Gun Game, but it's not as likely as I'd like it to be, which is 100%. As a charge gun. I mean, I'd rather have something different than the banana. Not that the banana's bad, it's just... Well, then now you got me caught in the... You're using my words against me, aren't you? See? Alright, we're gonna take the helix down here. Now we're definitely gonna use a key for our other chest. Even if it's brown, we want whatever it has in it. This is a shop of some sort. Oh, it's a gun muncher. Literally worthless. We've already been in our other chest room. Alright, so I guess we just go straight to Map Man. And we say, map maker, make me a map again. Give us the oiled cylinder. Reload faster. As far as boring and potentially useless items go, that's one of them. But it might be useful if we have weapons that take a little while to reload. You know, we saw the Noisy Cricket, for example. Not a gun that I necessarily want to have late game, but definitely one that is taken, it takes a little while to reload. So, what's our goal here? Unreasonable to hedge our bets on getting a 4th floor flawless. So, as much as I'd like it, I don't think I could really, you know, hang my hat on it. Which is a sentence that I don't understand. I mean, I hang my hat on a hook. Why would I hang my hat on some kind of, like, esoteric concept of, like, a video game? Alright. I have seen people on the Gungeon subreddit. They're like, hey, what's your least favorite gun in the game? They go, oh, I tried to roll over the table. Lowercase r. Is lowercase r the most annoying gun in the game? Oh, possibly, without a doubt. Which are two statements that very subtly undermine one another. But, it's not that bad, man. Give me this over the freaking Derringer. Even if the DPS is not that amazing, at least it feels like it's actually shooting bullets. You know, there's a psychological element as well that I feel is of some importance. All right, so I mean, we've created this run. Whoa, it's a mutation. We've engineered this run. Let's not say created, but we've engineered this run now to the point where I'd be very surprised if it doesn't at least make it to bullet hell. Is there anything we can do to maximize our chances on bullet hell? Absolutely. This is another great gun right here. The big one that I can think of off the top of the dome piece is get an active item that allows us to heal at a moment of our choosing. So obviously, like, ration is something that helps us out there. Beyond the ration, orange would be incredible. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Because banana's a gun. We can't control that. Dragonfire, great gun. Also a roller coaster, opened at formerly the park known as Paramount Canada's Wonderland. Now it's just known as Canada's Wonderland, located in Vaughan, Ontario. I believe it's Canada's Wonderland's oldest roller coaster that's been in continuous operation. It's opened in like 1984. It's pretty good, you know, it's a little on the tame side, but I'm not much of a thrill junkie if I'm being honest. Dragonfire, it's got something for the whole family. I hate this. Oh, I was gonna say, if we can get some area of effect on the explosions, I'd hate it a lot less. And that's what ended up happening, thankfully. Little too many of these jokers, though, you know? We don't need this many jokers. How many jokers does a deck of cards have? 4? 2? That's how many I want on this room as well. It seems thematically fitting. Okay, take the blank. At 174 credits, at this rate, it's possible we could actually get 2 awesome passives from a shop. Flintlock pistol, also not like my #1 choice of gun. But I'm having fun on this run. I hope that comes across in the commentary here. I'm having a good time. And then you're gonna sing, having a good time, yeah, okay, we've all lived through the 70s, 80s, or today, and also watched Shaun of and or the Dead. Always love having the Derringer. You guys know, whenever I start a Gungeon run, I'm always like, oh, if you could just give me the Derringer, that'd be flippin' sweet, but that was a bit of a bold play. Rarely does the game actually oblige, but here we are with the 2-shot wonder. Hopefully, we can just keep this weapon forever. Because like the Enrique Iglesias song, Hero, It's taken my breath away. Oh, excuse me? You've given me the Void Marshal instead? In many ways, I'm actually, to take away the veil of sarcasm, not that thrilled with the Void Marshal as a gun either, but it is better than the Derringer, at least. At least it doesn't take, you know, 2 clips and thus 45 minutes to murder these little bullietkins here. But these are not good boss killers. But we're not on the boss, so all is forgiven for now. All right, laser rifle, also pretty bad. To be honest with you, the Blasphemy, aka the Betrayer. Wait, I think this might actually be called the Blasphemy. I've memed myself into not actually knowing the name here. It's not, oh, no, it's not optional. It's not an option for us, I should say. Which, weirdly, is like the exact opposite of not optional. I do like that we can destroy bullets. And I'd still rather have this shit than the Derringer, in all honesty. If only for my mental health. But, there we go. We switch to the, it's not the Crestfaller. I forget what this one is, but in my brain, I remember it being good. Is it a charge shot? No, it's not. It's the one that circles around. All right. I wanna circle around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna circle down. That's nonsensical. We've ruined our flawless. Oh, that was a bullshit shot, and you know it. As long as we live on the High Priest fight. I did not see that bullet. As long as we live on the High Priest fight, I'm gonna be fine. Not getting Little Bomber on every boss fight would help us out a great deal when it comes to that. Give me the quality of weapon you gave me on the Treadnought to deal with this Joker, and I'd be much happier. I mean, we've only shot this one 5 times, but still. Oh my lord. When the bullets spawn on top of you, and the sun shines on the bay, what are you supposed to do when you want to be back in your city? I'm just holding up the blank here in the hopes of getting, like, more damage output. Black hole gun. Won't you come and wash away the rain? Ah! Normally, it's really nice to have, like, a secondary kind of weapon to shoot with black hole gun. Otherwise, it's, you know, mostly accomplishing things from a defensive standpoint, but actually very appreciative that we at least had it for a time when this attack was going on, which tends to be pretty annoying for me. Luxon Cannon is relatively poor. Ooh, but the final shot did land. Oh my god. It's composite gun. This is not composite. What is this? A gun for ants? Haha, but seriously, kill this man. Oh my god, okay. Not the strongest performance of my Gungeon career. Ooh, grab big hammer, good damn. Might as well get some ammo for absolutely no reason. Alright, let's continue exploring here. That floor went really poorly. Or at least that boss fight went really poorly. And I blame myself for, you know, all of it. Nail gun, just a classic late game gun. When you're thinking about guns you want to have in the late game, I say heroin. And then someone says to me, no, you stupid idiot. You want the nail gun, baby. 550 shots of pure needling damage. It only takes in the double digits to kill an enemy. You don't even have to shoot them literally 100 times. Except for this skeleton, which we may have to hit 100 times. That's alright. We've almost shot 100 times. So we must be getting down there. Oh, thank God. Alright. Frost Giant is actually totally fine. And I'm saying that because if I say that it's bad, Austin will yell at me. Because he says it has some of the best damage output of any of the pistols in the game. Please help. He said if I don't say good things about the Frost Giant, I'll never see my son again. I don't know why I put on my Katharine Hepburn impression for that one. It's not a good Katharine Hepburn. Mostly because I'm only familiar with Katharine Hepburn as Cate Blanchett played her in the 2004 film The Aviator. Alright. Maybe I should have taken the ring, or the Book of Chest Anatomy. We got shadow bullets. You know I'm the guy when I get shadow bullets. I go, oh yeah, shadow bullets. Like I'm usually... it's easy to excite me when it comes to a passive item like this. Wouldn't dispute that for a darn second. And I guess I am excited. You can tell because this is my excited voice. Oh, careful. But, I don't know. I'd be much more excited about having 200 cents and a YV shrine. If you could find it in your heart to grant that to me. By the way, thanks for the stinger. Real stoked about that. We are going to lose it fairly soon, probably, but still, it's worth the time that we've spent on it so far. This is lockpick time, because we know it's a gun, and it's a gun, and we're going to say who cares, because of the fact that we don't want to replace the stinger right now. And if the rat takes the stinger, what do I care? Doesn't bother me at all. Well, you know what? We spent a key, got some resources. It was all worth it for a half heart at the very least. We've already talked to Madman because that was one floor ago. We're going to head down to floor 5 now. And I'm aware of the fact that my HP is a little on the low side. But you need to come inside and check low. And if possible, if you could also relax yourself and let the sugar love flow. Because Cooley High gotcha, boy. Penultimate track, of course, from Uptown Saturday Night by the New York hip-hop duo Camp Low. Camp Low coming at you before the break. On 101.3, the 70s, 80s, and today. A.K.A. Shaun of the and or Dead. We have some synergy, I guess, with Junk Cannon here, but you don't really want Junk Cannon to be your primary weapon. Here's what I'm thinking. Use a key, then lockpick. Why do it in this fashion? Because I wanted to get the HP in the blank. And sure, did it work out? No. But I got the HP in the blank either way. Holy crap, we definitely should have lost our armor there. God, the fucking junk cannon, man. There we go. Thankfully. We're on fire? There was fire as a result of this? Oh, it was the enemy. It wasn't the junk cannon that did that to us. Big Iron is a totally fine item, in my estimation. Talked ad nauseum about its efficacy. Previous moments. Wish this was Super Meat Gun. If this gun was a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, this is exactly what it would say. My other gun is Super Meat Gun. But honestly, I'm not going to insult it. I appreciate that the shadow bullets keep ricocheting around, more value for our money. So far, so good. Hate this room. Accidentally created my own worst nightmare there. Oh, what the heck is this gun now? Some kind of ray that freezes. There's only one logical name for that. The Glacierizer. Alright, nailed it. And we're gonna go like this, we're gonna go whoop, and we're gonna go like that. Beautiful, knock him in. It's more humane to have someone fall to their death on a pit of spikes than to freeze them and then shatter them. That's just disrespectful. So I don't know which pistol this is. Get away from me, please. But it's doing an okay job of taking out these Gungeoneers, so I'm pro whatever this gun is for now, but it could change. Oh, I'm fairly pro Zorgun, too, if I'm being honest. Anything with a high rate of fire seems like it's going to be a good choice with shadow bullets. 220... Oh, I'm an idiot. 224 credits. That's awesome. What is this gun? It's like we've just shoved a shotgun full of trash. It does seem quite potent, though. At this rate, like, I feel like the dragun is an easy kill. Gotta check it. Oh! HP, right? Oh, orange guanstone, bullets, blanks ignite, bullets ignite? Attacks enemies. Alright, well, I was way off. Was this worth it? I believe so. I definitely believe so. But at this rate, I think the dragun is fairly automatic. Now, how do I feel about our chances on bullet hell? I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see what the what the Guanstone is capable of here. Because if the Guanstone is just absolutely incredible, I don't want to look like the fool who bet against it. Alright, those are some huge bullets that he took from me thanks to the quad laser. I bet he was bragging to all of his friends on the social medias. He was probably going, check it out, I stole his amazing bullet. It's the play of the year. It wasn't the play of the year, I still got you. And I got you with the very same bullets that you stole, mon frere. So this is why everyone's a huge fan of Charmed Bow. Mostly just because it's fucking sick. It's the greatest in the game. And now we've got Quad Laser again. I'd rather have Quad City DJs playing in the background, but you know what the Quad Laser will do? What do you got for me? Basically, you have armor. And I will not be in a position to say no to that, honestly, right now. Honestly and unfortunately. Now, we know our other chest is going to have a gun, so we don't really need to rush for it. I figured just buy as much armor as you can, because it becomes an opportunity now to just outplay, outwit, and outlast. Oh, Jesus. Fair to say that, not my ideal choice for a gun for this room. Alright, let's go fight the dragun after losing 2 HP. We do have 3 blanks. I don't think we've got a great chance at the flawless just because we can't rely on our gun, but to be honest with you, starting with this one's pretty solid. And if we can save a blank, ride a cowboy, the answer to that question was horse, by the way. But if we can save a blank, ride a cowboy, in that situation, that's ideal. Now we go to Railgun City, and we also have the microtransaction gun. This is actually a fairly high damage beam, so I'm like pro this. Answer to that one was Jared. I'm pro Jared. I rolled right into that and probably should have taken damage. I think the Guanstone may have protected us more than it has any right to. Oh, now we have the Anvilin. Not my ideal choice, I suppose, but fairly solid with shadow bullets. And you know what? Earthworm Jim Gun. Real solid at getting through that phase without forcing us to use a blank, which I'm very appreciative of. Oh, we gotta deal with these jokers, though. We could have blanked them. Answer there was blank, actually. I was looking for blank. I know, it's confusing. Please. I really want to be vigilant about saving blanks. But only insofar as I save them for something like this. Oh god. Anvilin. Never should have worked. Not in a million years should that have been okay. Oh, thank you for giving me the commando. It is decent enough, at least. And the shadow bullets only make me happier. Sweet alien sidearm. Whenever I go into the comments of a Gungeon video that has alien sidearm, everybody's always like, alien sidearm is so good. It desperately needs a nerf. You know what needs a buff? The Mega Hand. If only the Mega Hand and Heroine were a little stronger and showed up like a little bit more frequently, that would be beautiful. Alright, so I mean, we've held up our quote-unquote end of the bargain so far. Let's do this. Keep your fingers nice and warmed up. I was gonna say lubricated. Not the correct choice of verbiage. We got a new weapon. It's Flame Hand. Exactly what I've always never known I've wanted. I figured, like, why not try to get Orange Guanstone in there doing the dirty, right? Please change my weapon during this disaster. Oh, it's the Cold 45. So I'm going to save this blank because we may well need another... Well, we may well need to go through one more section. We might even need to go through 2. So I don't want to use the blank just as like a why not play until it actually is a why not play. And honestly, the pitchfork doesn't really change things. We've gotten some pretty shit hauls here. At least it's, you know, easy on me as the player. I can just hold down the right bumper. I could really use the HP. Not just for the container, which is functionally not very useful right now, but for the HP itself. Sorry, what did I mean? Not for the HP container, for the HP itself, the actual heart involved. Good stuff. 39 minutes, we got the dragun kill, no problem. Sort of looked like a problem after the 4th floor. That's changed. What do we do now? I think you go back to the shop, and you say, you got any red hearts for sale? And she says no. And then we say, I didn't even like this shop anyway. To hell with you and your dreams of mercantilism. Mercantilism. This has been a pretty good gun game, and it also continues our streak that's not really a streak. You know, the shitty streak of making it past the dragun in every run. Like, if there's ever going to be an SGDQ event, who can most consistently get past the dragun? I hope I make the long list of 512 people. I got no chance in the finals, but I could probably do it 5 times in a row on demand. This room is hell. A lot of rooms at this stage of the game are hell, and that is one of them. Didn't use a blank. And argue till the cows come home whether or not that was the right call. You know what? Shadow bullets, little bomber. When it works, it works. Fuck these guys. Please give me a... You know what? Give me a shit gun right now. And then give me a good gun on a harder room. Because this room's not easy. But it's not that bad. We'll be a little careful there. What is this? Have I unlocked this gun? Is this the 1911? Every pistol looks the same to me. I know that's offensive. I apologize. Every kiss begins with K as well. Alright, that was terrible. Bit of damage right there. Really can't afford too many of those. The moments where we have the actually great guns are so unmercifully brief. We got the ideal enemies to fight with the club. I'd rather be fighting them with the claw. You know, the move that Jim Carrey pulls off in the 1998 film Liar Liar in order to make his son forget that he missed his birthday party. Okay, these are the missiles that we control. I'm gonna guess that we continue to move away from our spawn. Alright, well that was easy. Excalibur's coming here. Oh, I saw it coming! I saw it coming and I said to myself, Self, don't get hit by that, you dummy. And you know what I did? I got hit by it. Just when I thought I was out, game sucked me right back in. Oh, okay, the AK-47 is a good gun that also shoots keys. You know, that classic indie rock band, it shoots keys, don't they? This reference is... It's almost lost on me, to be honest with you. It's not that, like, esoteric, it's just nonsensical. Beautiful finish of that room. And you know what? Full heart. Half heart consequences makes me feel a lot better about things. We just went from the mega hand to the heroin, which was very confusing for me. Done with that room, though. And honestly, we have not come across a dead end yet. I also, you might say, Northernlion, did you just say honestly, as if you were trying to come up with an album name for Yanni, the Greek singer? Can I ask you a question as well? A nomenclature-related question? Because I know you guys are experts in your field here. Oh, heroin again. What's the difference between Greek and Grecian? Like, they always say, you know, that person's from Greece. They're Greek. That's obvious. You don't go out for Grecian food, you go out for Greek food. But whenever you see, like, an urn, it's Grecian. You never say it's a Greek urn. If I said that, people would be like, you idiot. It's not Greek, it's Grecian. All I'm saying is that isn't it high time... Oh, this is the one that gets better the faster you shoot, or the more you shoot it. All I'm saying is, isn't it high time that we have 2 words for Canadian as well? We can obviously have Canadian. That can be our Greek. Ah, but then shit, we can't really add IAN at the end of it like Grecian does, can we? Because then we're going to be... You know, we've already got Canadian. We're already getting... Creek? That doesn't really work. Alright, you know what? This idea needs to go back to the drawing board before I propose it to YouTube. This is great. I gotta say, bullet hell's been going pretty well so far. Things change, though. And they change in mysterious ways. That's what people are always saying. Things change in mysterious ways. You know, that classic song by U2? It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Things change in mysterious ways. We actually got a new weapon there, and I want to call an extreme degree of bullshit on it. I thought that was an ammo pickup on the ground. It was a green book. We got a weapon there that was the same as the weapon that we were giving up, which I want to call bullshit on, primarily because the weapon that we had at present was terrible. This is a hell of a way to start a room. I mean, I signed up for Gungeon, but this is ridiculous. Honestly, we're still doing great on HP. This room gets a little nasty. Not a good time to have the grenade launcher, honestly. Oh, okay. The Guan stone broke the bullet, at which point the other bullets came in for me. Hey, Kate, what's up? Alright, I understand what that means. It means the pizza's here, which is not a sexual euphemism. It just means the pizza's here. Which means that I'm, as a hungry person at the present moment in my life, very excited. But I'm not going to throw this run, because if I throw this run, people will say bad things about me in the comments, and that's going to make my life, you know, even slightly more inconvenienced, way more than any momentary temporal lack of pizza possibly could. So what's my goal with the black hole gun here? First off, it's to remind you of the band Soundgarden, helmed by Chris Cornell, started in Seattle in the late 1980s. But also, you know, to suck these enemies into a pit would be awesome. Another reference to a band out of the American West Coast. Use the black hole gun! Suck my pit! That doesn't really work. 4 HP, 1 blank. Is that enough to finish the lich fight? Well, very much depends on... oh, be careful. Very much depends on whether or not I'm gonna be dealing with great guns, decent guns, or bad guns. I hate where I've chosen to stand in my life, by the way. Ooh, the Gunther is not bad. It also depends on whether or not we get HP from any of these rooms. Great shot, Guanstone. Everyone's always saying great Scott all the time. Nobody's ever saying great shot. You know what? We're gonna change that. Vote Northernlion 2020. I don't actually... Here's why you should trust me to be your elected official. Because I have no desire to be an elected official. I actually think that the way that elections should work, and does this undermine everything we believe in the West, at least, and probably other parts of the world as well. I'm just not speaking from experience when it comes to that. About free will and the ability to determine your own destiny, yes. But I think that if you become the American president, you should be pissed. That's a thankless job with a lot of effort attached to it and huge consequences. You'd be like, let me get this straight. I can keep being a hotshot Chicago lawyer, or I could be making decisions that no matter what, people are always going to be like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. You got blood on your hands now. Hey, thanks a lot, you dickwad. You know, everyone's going to hate you by the time you get out of office, and then later you're just going to be a joke. Or you can keep making, like, you know, mid-6 figures as a high-powered Chicago attorney. I think it should be like you wake up, you campaign for why your opponents would be actually better at the job than you. I think that's the kind of world that it's probably just ammo. That's the kind of world that I want to see, is a world where if you wake up and you read the newspaper and it's like, oh, Northernlion, you've been elected president of the United States, you go, oh, shit. Because it should be like, you know, people who have observed you have decided that you have presidential traits. You have, you know, decorum or strength in leadership or something like that, or, you know, you have a platform in your personal life that people gravitate towards. Instead, you know, people, like, they lie for votes, you know, they mislead for votes. It's gotta be like, you know, you gotta gravitate towards one side of the political coin, and you gotta, you know, court the center at the same time. It's, who wants to be president, man? It's a shit job. Anybody that's qualified to be the president could be making way more money not being the president, not aging like 20 years before their time. That's why I think that you should respect it as a duty. Like, it should be like the Hunger Games, where if you get elected president, you go, oh, fuck. But I'll do it because I love this goddamn country. But I hate the fact that you made me the president. I was doing just fine in my existing life. I was making a lot of money in the private sector. I hate you for doing this to me. It's like a bachelor party prank or something like that. And that's why, if I ever somehow become your elected leader, no matter what country you live in, this applies. If I ever become your elected leader, know that I do so begrudgingly. I have no interest in the power that the office of United States President or, you know, Canadian Prime Minister holds. Honestly, it sounds tedious. It sounds like a lot of work. It doesn't sound like I much prefer staying inside playing video games for now. So if it happens, know that I've been forced into it. Someone said, sorry, you're the only man for the job. And we'll try to avoid that whole, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely thing. We're going to lose this run. The sooner we accept that, the more at peace we're going to be. That doesn't mean I've given up. I'm going to continue trying here. But, we're in a real tricky spot here, especially with no blanks left. About to head to, the second phase of the Lich fight. Oh, good, it's the freeze ray. Oh, that was not a good dodge, and we're in actual hell, and we've escaped from actual hell, and then, surprise, it was actually out of the frying pan into the fire. Fun run, though. I hope you guys had a good time with it. A little bit of a deviation from the norm. 50 minutes on the nose. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.